Hello everyone, I am Jacob. Today, I will tell you about a day in life in London as a university student. Let's start. A day in my life in London. I woke up early today. Around 6:30 a.m., my room in Bloomsbury was still dark, with just a little bit of light coming through the window. The sky outside was a dull gray, hinting that it might rain later. I stretched and got out of bed. Feeling the cool air on my skin, I shuffled to the tiny kitchen, where I put the kettle on for tea. While it was heating up, I made a slice of toast with butter. I sat at the small table with my tea and toast, looking over my planner. It was going to be a busy day with classes, a visit to the library, and a group meeting. I dressed in a blue sweater, dark jeans, and my favorite brown boots. I also grabbed a light raincoat, just in case it started raining. I packed my bag with my textbooks, notebooks, and a bottle of water. Travel to university. I walked to the bus stop near my apartment. The street was quiet, with only a few people and cars moving around. I waited for the bus, which arrived after a short while. The bus ride took about 20 minutes. I passed by different parts of London: big buildings, small shops, and lots of people. When the bus stopped at the university, I got off and headed to my first class. Classes. My first class was Modern European History. I walked to the lecture hall, where students were already taking their seats. The professor started talking about World War II and how it changed Europe. I took notes and tried to keep up with the lecture. Sometimes, the history was complicated, but I found it interesting. After the lecture, there was a short break. I met a few friends in the university cafe. Library time. After the break, I went to the library. The library is a huge building with lots of books and quiet study areas. I found a spot by a window and spread out my notes and textbooks. It was a quiet and calm place, perfect for studying. I sometimes looked up at the clock to see how much time had passed. Lunch. By lunchtime, I was ready for a break. I walked to a nearby food market where there were many food stalls. I chose a chicken wrap with some roasted vegetables. I found a bench outside and ate my lunch while watching people walk by. The market was lively, with colorful stalls and lots of different foods. Group project meeting. After lunch, I headed to a group project meeting. My group was working on a project about the historical significance of London's architecture. We met in a small room where we discussed our research and planned our next steps. Evening. When the meeting was finished, I walked back to my apartment. The city was starting to light up as evening fell. I walked through Russell Square, enjoying the fresh air and the view of people relaxing on the grass. It was peaceful after a busy day. Back at my apartment, I changed into comfortable clothes and started cooking dinner. I made a simple pasta dish with tomatoes, garlic, and basil. While the pasta was cooking, I sat by the window and looked out at the city lights. It was nice to unwind after a busy day. Night. After dinner, I spent some time relaxing. I read a few chapters of a historical novel I've been enjoying. I also checked my emails and social media to catch up with friends and family. Before going to bed, I reviewed my notes for the next day's classes. I set my alarm for the morning and made sure everything was ready for the day ahead. Feeling tired but satisfied, I turned off the light and snuggled into bed. As I drifted off to sleep, I thought about how busy and interesting the day had been. London always has something new to offer, and I was ready for another day, tomorrow. And a day comes to an end. Thanks for watching.